So hello everybody, happy Halloween. How y'all day coming? It's early here. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. But my day coming along pretty good. So today for Halloween I wanted to do a different spread. I'm still going to incorporate the chakra message. I'm still staying on the daily chakra, but I just want to do it a little bit spicier today. So let me go ahead and start getting into it. And you're not going to hear me do the good morning to my elementals, but we already had our good morning moment. So that's already occurred. I just want to go ahead and get straight into the layout to see how everything's going to go. Right, elementals? Alrighty. So, alright, the chakra. Can I get just one card for this Halloween special message for today? October the 31st of 2019. Can I get one chakra card to begin the daily chakra message off? We got a base. That's what's up. I like that. That's a great layout to start out with for today. I like that. Okay. So, now for everybody, I'm going to use my Halloween oracle. So, we're beginning off with the third eye chakra. I think that's kind of great. But the suspense is very interesting for today. So, let's go ahead and keep it going. So, what would be the potential Halloween theme for today? In the year 2019, what would be the potential Halloween theme for today as it relates to the third eye chakra? Who's the next horseman? The second horseman to come to the front line. Okay. We have the witch. Interesting. Okay. This is the first time you done came up. Okay. Interesting. We got the witch. Okay. So, when the third horseman come up to the front line, when the third horseman come up to the front line for today, Halloween energy, as you connecting with the third eye chakra and the witch. The third horseman for October, for Halloween in 2019. That kind of rhymes. Halloween in 2019. Bitch. Oh, okay. All right. Real horseman energy. Okay. Okay, we got now we're going to get the final horseman. Okay, get the final horseman out. I'm calling this the 4 horsemen spread for Halloween. So that's why you hear me saying it like that. Okay, calling this the 4 horsemen spread. Special for Halloween. Alright now. Interesting Halloween energy. So, we starting off, everybody, with the third eye chakra. I want to read the card story because this is just a chakra Halloween special for 2019. So, let me get up in here and read the card story for the base for the third eye chakra. Okay, well, it's called the chakra symbol interpretation. That's how it works. Okay. From a spiraling center of white light and indigo rises Ajna, The symbol of our third eye. Two white lotus petals represent the manifest state, manifest and the unmanifest mind. Like our two eyes and two brain hemispheres, when used together they become one, intensifying their power to form a laser-sharp instrument. The one, all-seeing eye, shines the way of non-duality through the single focus of this device. The balanced vision of third eye provides a harmonious and holistic view of the world, integrating logic and imagination. It awakens our perception of which shimmers beneath the superficial reality seen by our two physical eyes. The third eye grants access to the realms of the divine. Interesting. Because then we got the witch. And underneath for the witch, we got the earthly weaver of the worlds. And then we got rebellion, upstart, revolution, tumult. Then we have the earth warrior, Kuntara, blessing from the son of Hannah. It's interesting. It's interesting how these cards come up for the third eye chakra and the language that they're using. Because it's like the witch is here and it's coming with the earthly weaving of the worlds on Halloween. There's going to be it's like today going to have a lot of traveling, movement, energy. People going to be, it seems very focused. But the rebellion part is the interesting energy because it is watchers. And it's different levels of watchers that's going on for the day. Which is, that's not going to be too... It's not an uncommon thing for Halloween because we all watch to see what people come out and have on. So it's not something that's uncommon. It's just things has been added on like neighborhood watch apps, It seemed like those going to be an interface that cause a lot of upstart for the day. That's kind of like the upstart energy that's really going to be in the day. And it's almost like it's from professional people to just regular humans that's supposed to be sitting at home on retirement and you supposed to be doing something else with your life, but in order to feel like you're not alone, because even hold on, how I say it, because everybody always, I'm talking in a way y'all can comprehend, but I need to rephrase it to where I feel comfortable in it. What I mean, you're not alone, because first of all, if you're on the phone, you're not alone. You just don't have nobody physically there to occupy your time. But at the same time, you choose, and majority of y'all is choosing not to have nobody there to occupy your time, but selective people. You have selected certain people to be there, and you aware, and in your respect, you like, okay, I know that they occupied during this time, so I need to occupy myself. And you don't realize that you're trying to avoid loneliness because you're convinced that you're lonely because of your overall habits, meaning that you view alone as not a companionship with yourself, not a companionship of a higher authority. Now, those things, not saying you don't, but in these situations right here, your conscious mind is not realizing that you placing a contradiction that's going on inside of yourself. So your third eye really ain't, your third eye is activated according to your perspective, because you could come out and be like, oh, I know I'm not alone, soon as somebody say it, but it won't stop you from taking a picture and posting or being curious, because this 12-year-old boy is 5'11", and because they 5'11", you don't want to believe that they 12, so you got to send the police out because you're a citizen that then put your time in, or your man that put the time in, so you feel you entitled to the taxpayers' money to call the police because you've been given technology. Go Bush, what we supposed to do with it, right? So you've been given all this opportunity to entertain yourself, because you more or less, you're going to use the rule that, oh, I don't supposed to go and approach nobody, the good Samaritan law is gone, and then you probably really don't know how to talk out of your mouth, and you might not even be prepared to be wrong, but instead of you going through that energetic energy, you want to call to involve the police and put all this information up here so somebody could get harassed who might have an attitude because of all the tension that's going on in the world. So they got their fear that's rising up, and you just, it's just going to cause a whole bunch of uproar. All because of the fact that you don't want to accept the fact that the real major problem is you can't deal with loneliness. In the way that you want to rebuttal loneliness, nobody's going to be able to get through. So events happen. And it's those situations, it's a lot of them that's linked together with it for today. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to it. It's some pregnancies that's going to be starting to come out soon. Some people are going to be getting pregnant within this next month. I'm trying to tell you, it's a very fertile time. But, it's a lot that's really going on. It's a lot of movement. And I'm not joking. I'm just trying to be honest. It's a lot of movement. It's some pregnancies, It's about to be a high peak. It seems like that maybe come through. Well, it is and it's not a high peak. When it comes to the population, it's not a high peak. But the way that I'm looking at it, it look high because I'm in a smaller scope spectrum of looking at it. And I'm not trying to count the people. But if I base it and spread my eyes wide open, base it off human knowledge of what the human population is supposed to be on this planet, is not really a baby, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a fact. Not like that. It's not one that's going to raise an anomaly and all this kind of stuff. It's just, it's just not. I just know that some people are going to be getting pregnant. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting energy for a happy Halloween, because things is in preparation. Some things is active for the day. Some things that's how the movement is working. Some of the movement is in future, and it's an interesting movement, and there's levels to the game today. Some people is hunting today. They're gonna be hunting all week. They're not going to stop hunting till sometime next week, around the full moon. People is hunting until the full moon come back around right now. So it's a lot of it's a lot of hunters that's out right now. So it's a lot that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to touch bases on some of those right there. For real. And it's different breeds of hunters. It's different breeds of hunters. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep them in two categories. There's the good ones and there's the bad ones. Both of them is out right now. And I think that goes probably still, it kind of goes with all of them, because that's the earthling weaver of the world, meaning that, the law of plurality also exists within inside of the law of attraction, but going into it from a hermetics, it just spreads out a little bit more into an astrological aspect of it, which is like the witch, the weaver. What it's saying is unearthing the weaver. So it's just like a lot of objectives that's going on at one time for the day, and the witch is kind of like the main one that's like guiding it, because it's the weaver. It has the inner state, it has the transit, it has, it just has it, and with the support of this horseman that's right here of rebellion is just showing me the division level of interfaces that's going on. And then when it comes with the blessing of the sun, that's like whatever I don't need to see and what I do need to see is right here in the earth warrior, which goes all the way back to the third eye, which is for the day. So on my Halloween special, maybe y'all might want to check out and see how y'all third eye is activating. I'm going to definitely tell you, you're going to see some trick or treat, meaning that yeah, it's just trick or treat, and whether it's metaphorically, whether it's spiritually, whatever the way that trick or treat is popping in your head. If it's popping in a different level, then you might want to stay on that level. If it's popping on a basic level, just going and knocking on somebody's door, then stay in your lane. Don't try to, you know what I'm saying? Just stay in your lane, because it's like I said, it's good and bad hunters out here. I'm using the word hunters because, that's just the best word. People support their protection in ways that they agree with it. And right now, to stay on the baseline of these protections, hey, they just hunters. And they both on the good and bad side. So if yours just basically in trick-or-treating that came up, hey, it might not be a bad thing, especially with the hunters out there. So don't shut yourself out. You know what I'm saying? If you see something, let's be like mystical. Move out the way. You know what I'm saying? If somebody hit the ground, and the most that you feel that you can do is call for help for the person. Do what you can. Don't do more than what you should. And that's what trick and treat come in at, between can and should. So it's trick or treat. What time is it? I'm gonna pull out a card spread for my elementals to see if there's something that they want me to extra discuss. Okay. I like the day. It goes just fine with me. People who don't like horror movies, y'all still got a good day today just because you don't like horror movies. So, it is discriminatory. There's not really a lot of blockages going on for the day. I don't see a lot of blockages. And I guess because the way that the hunt is lined up, I really don't see a lot of blockages in the day. The day is a very, I'm telling you, this I don't really see a lot of blockages. I see them starting to get corrected sometime, like in the future, when the moon ain't quite full, but the moon is starting to get full. I see some blockages coming up down the way, but right now in this present time, I don't see no blockages. I really don't. But I can feel the energy of nervousness. But it's not no blockages. And I think people just nervous because it's just what you're interacting with and what the events and the situations that you have going on for yourself. Whatever that might be, wherever you fit at in it. So we got the King of Swords. Yeah, no more than 4 cards. Just for the message. I want to get to wrap it up after this right here. I enjoyed the message. So can I get 3 more? The Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Moon card. And underneath of that, we got the Two of Cups. Interesting. The Two of Cups is coming out to me as the continuation. It's just, yeah, the story is meant to continue. It's just now the beginning of, I mean, it's not, this is already alchemized. It's not in the beginning because it's the Two of Cups. It's in the heart of the alchemization that's going on at that point in time. Then you got the Seven of Wands. Then you got the Seven of Cups. Well, that's the good and bad hunters right there for sure. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see what y'all talking about. Y'all gave me the King of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Moon card. I feel like something about the tables are turning. It's something about, but it's like it's two ways that the table is turning. It's like one way the table is turning is going to provide some kind of rejoicefulness. One way the table is turning is gonna begin something. It's going to begin something that's not really have a taste. It don't have a flavor. It's like getting some raw food. You going in, you got some raw food, and whatever way if you don't like it on that raw, you gotta have some type of flavor with it. It's like that kind of thing. It don't have a good or a bad feeling. It just have a beginning feeling. It has it's almost like the Ace of Pentacles. It has a acceptance that's waiting. It's like maybe having like a friend request, and you got to the point like some people did. Friend requests was coming so much that they just weren't even going up in there and checking the friend requests and have a whole bunch of them, or they just ignore people's friend requests, right? It's like having a friend request that comes through, right? But even though whether you accept or reject the friend request, it's like the landing fact that the friend request got sent out, it still began something that's going to have a reaction. It still is something that got a reaction, a whole story, something to be unfolded, something to be untold, something to be unraveled. It's still coming with more, but it's like it's maybe like a fetus. It haven't got to the point where it got all the arms or everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this because I'm talking about people getting pregnant. I'm just trying to describe, like, for real. It's just one of these things where one side of the group is rejoiceful. Like, the scale is here. The scale is like coming off representing that this is the resourceful people. You know, your table is turning, and it's like majority. Some of these people right here, your table is turning for the better. Okay, it's a very happy thing with this Justice card, right? But this Moon card is not happy nor sad. It's like in creation. It's just is what it is. Is in creation, and this Ace of Pentacles feel like it's more connected to both of them, but the Ace of Pentacles is more like on it's already on arrival. It's just like what it is in the picture when it comes to the Moon card. Okay, it's just like a bronze statue, and how that heat is coming up, you know, up in this situation is like that's where it's at. You know, the situation is on the beginning. But then when it comes to like filling the Ace of Pentacles with the Justice, this is saying that because of the weight of this pentacle, it has risen the situation. It lifted the things up. You know, it has risen the scale up this high. Okay? It has risen the scale up. It's more like the scale is up this high for you. But as the others, it's just like the pentacle is not finished making, even though it looked like it. It's not. I feel like it. And this is what the King of Swords is kind of at. It's like the King of Swords, like with the book, the King of Swords is just like playing the position of the hunters. More, I mean, that's the closest thing I could represent, or the witch, or the third eye. This is where the King of Swords is at. Either the third eye, the witch, the hunter. It's your position, it's your responsibility, it's your role play, it's your in this situation. Because either way it goes, the situation is going to happen. You only, it's like, it's not no if, ands. It's only a or. It's an either or neither. Neither, either, or. It's more like that with the King of Swords. Okay? So, you know, that could go for any kind of situation for today. It's an either or neither. Either or kind of is balanced on the scale. Neither is going to be taking it completely off the scale. Can help you out with that. And that's still taking it completely off the scale is still the results of the Ace of Pentacles. Regardless of the fact. It's still the results. The neither is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, on a human plane, it might not feel that way. In the spiritual plane, it does. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out with advice. I hope everybody enjoy your happy Halloween. Alright? And I look forward to the next one that I'll be able to do. Closing advice for the day. Happy Halloween Day 2019. What is the closing advice for the day? Time, Mondre. Okay. Priorities. Set them. The time, Mondre. This Mondre reduces stress, gives inner strength, and steadies the nerves. Time is our most valuable asset. If we consciously set priorities this helps us to avoid the time pressure and gives the day a certain structure. You are sitting in a grotto in front of a pond. At regular intervals, a drop of water falls from a stone inside the water. Observe how the circle of wavelets spread outwards, further and further. In the same way, a single, apparent, insignificant priority which you have deliberately set yourself can have far-reaching consequences and become the start of something simultaneous. Nothing is too small to be of no importance. That's interesting. Go great for the day, though. Until the next time, y'all stay positive and be safe.